Ready to open the hood? UseTool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
You can purchase the Magneti Marelli window regulator mechanism used in the video by clicking on the link in the description. In this video, we will show you how to replace the window regulator mechanism on a Peugeot 508. Watch the video until the end, where we will explain how to reset the motor, the window limit switches, and the comfort function. Enjoy the video. Turn your engine off and pull up the handbrake. To be able to change the window regulator mechanism on your vehicle, you must remove the internal panel on the door. Using a thin flathead screwdriver, pry off the handle trim at the bottom and carefully remove it. Using a Torx T25 socket, unscrew the two screws holding the door panel. Using a fork, remove the two clips on either side of the door closure. Unhook the door trim by pulling firmly on it to unclip it. You'll need to unclip the electric window control so as not to break the connections when removing the door trim. Then lift it out of its channel by the glass. To remove it completely, remove the first speaker by turning it counterclockwise. Disconnect the window's electrical control. Unscrew the central locking connector and disconnect it by pushing the tab with a flat screwdriver. You can now remove the trim. Using a cutter, cut the soundproofing material at its upper and lower bonding points. This will enable you to gain full access to the first two nuts holding the window regulator mechanism. Next to the handle, remove the tape so you can get access to the third retaining nut. Now is the time to separate the window mechanism. To do this, place a strip of tape on each side of the window to prevent it from falling out when the mechanism is removed. Once the glass is held in place by the tape, cut the two tension cables of the mechanism with a pair of wire cutters. This will make it possible to move the window up and down. Adjust the position of the glass to gain access to the glass support with the adhesive tape. Lower the glass to gain access to the two screws holding the screw to the mechanism. Unscrew them using a Torx T30 socket. Now you can put the window back up completely and secure it with a piece of adhesive. Then, using a ratchet and a 10mm socket, unscrew the three nuts holding the mechanism. You can now remove the mechanism. Then disconnect it by pressing on the retaining tab with a small flat screwdriver.
please support us. Subscribe and like the video, that will be really cool.
You can find the Magneti Marelli window regulator mechanism used in the video in the link in the description. Take the mechanism motor assembly, and using a Torx 30 socket, unscrew the 3 screws that hold the motor to the mechanism. Then, remove the motor from the mechanism. Remove the winding system. Fit the new mechanism. Cut the collar that holds the winding system in place, being careful not to unwind the cables off the system. Put the motor in place. Use the 3 self-tapping screws supplied in the Magneti Marelli kit and screw them in firmly. Remove the 3 screws holding the mechanism. Reconnect the motor so that the mechanism is lowered to the bottom position. This is necessary in order to reassemble the window to the mechanism. Then, disconnect the mechanism, then put it back in place, making sure that it passes in front of the window. Then, screw it back in roughly to allow for clearance for the glass installation. Tip: to prevent the screws from falling into the door when you screw it back in, secure them with adhesive tape. Now, you can lower the window into the bracket and screw the 2 screws back in. Tighten the 3 screws of the mechanism. Reconnect the motor. Glue the soundproofing material back in place. Replace the adhesive tape. When refitting the door trim, we strongly recommend that you replace the 7 retaining clips with new ones. Also, check that the old ones have not remained on the door. You can purchase the clips we used in this video from the link in the description. Bring the trim closer to the door. Reconnect the window regulator, then take it out of its place so that it doesn't break when you put the trim back on. Reinstall the speaker. Reconnect and then reclip the central locking connector. Fit the top of the trim into the channel by the glass. Once in place, press the trim back onto the door. Reinsert the window regulator. Screw back the 2 screws holding the trim. replace the clips located by the lock. You'll now need to reset the window regulator motor. If you do not do this, you will only be able to operate your window in jerks, as the comfort function will not be set. In addition, the anti-pinch safety device may prevent you from closing the window completely. Lower the window to its end position. Then, press and hold the button for 7 seconds. Then raise the window in steps to the end of its travel. Once in the up position, hold the button for 7 seconds. Your motor is now reset. You can now activate the full range of the window from top to bottom in a single press of the button. Operation completed.
Hello, if this video helped you, like and subscribe.